Aloha, this is Imaduck coming at you with an Innistrad 4322, which hopefully should just start shortly here. Actually, may try to hop into this 8-4 here. Let's see. Oh, well, the 8-4 wasn't firing, and then this was, and now this isn't, then I don't know. Didn't switch fast enough. Anyway, we'll see when something starts up here in just a minute. Innistrad 4322. Innistrad is a tough set. And I still haven't figured out all the nooks and crannies, and I can see, like, from watching the pros videos, most of them aren't even agreeing on a lot of things. So, it's a tough set to do, and I think it's an even tougher set to, like, consistently win. I haven't seen any of the pros really consistently, just, even LSV and, a lot of the other big guys have just been, not doing so well in it. But anyway, you may wonder why I'm using 14 tickets as opposed to buying boosters, and that's because the boosters at this point are almost 4 tickets anyway, and it's just not worth it hunting them down at this point. Might as well just pay the full entry fee. Anyway, alright, should start up in just a moment here. Okay, here we are in pack 1. So we got a rare and a foil rare. Divine Reckoning is not super exciting. Switch this over here for him. So Divine Reckoning is not super exciting. I've played with it in several limited events and haven't really felt over the top about it. So basically, basically the problem with it is you leave them with one dude, and it's, very often it's just tough to set up the winning situation for you. It's not, if it was Day of Judgment, it'd be great, but it's not. So that being said, I think it's between Mind Shrieker and Victimite, and honestly, this is one of the picks I'm still a little shaky on. Mind Shrieker, I've had this in so many limited events, and it basically ends up eating a lot of, most removal kills it, basically. And it just ends up eating a lot of, cheap removal, and not being as impressive. But anyway, I'll take it. Of course, now looking in this pack, I kind of would have been happy to take the Victim, because then we could have taken the Banshee. Since I didn't take the Victim at night, it's between some of the good green cards here and an Armored Scab. And and also a Galvanic Juggernaut. The Juggernaut's tempting because it's colorless. And, like, if I go blue, I do want to go with some sort of aggressive blue here. I don't want to go slow and control-y stuff. Yeah. It's a tricky pick. I gotta think for a sec. I think I'm actually just going to take the Juggernaut, because it fits into so many decks. The one nice thing about Mind Shrieker, like I said, is it is an aggressive card at least, so we could still be an aggressive blue deck with that card. Here, none of these picks are really exciting other than maybe an Unburial Rites. Crossway Vampires is mediocre. Interloper I've been less excited about, but Unburial Rites can be really good. So had we taken that Victim at night here, this could have been really good for us. Instead, it'll still, well, we'll see where it takes us, but I think I am just definitely going to take that here, even though we know that someone to our left is going to be that. Here, we've got a few options. There's a Moon Heron, there's a Pilgrim, there's a Blazing Torch, and a Stitcher's Apprentice, which we're not really considering the Apprentice. So it's basically between the Moon Heron, the Pilgrim, and Blazing Torch. And yeah, again, these are the picks where I'm just still kind of left in the dark on, not really sure. Moon Heron's pretty good, it's pretty aggressive and all that. Blazing Torch is fine, and we don't have any removal right now, so it may be the pick, especially since it doesn't force us into any colors yet. I think I am just going to take the Blazing Torch, just because I'm not set on any colors yet. The Pilgrim is nice here too, and that's really close. Like, I could take the Pilgrim and try diving in the green, but I don't know at this point. Oof. Tribute to Hunger. Yeah, we really could have had a crazy good black deck. At least so far from the picks we've seen. But, we're sending a strong signal. Let's try to stay out of black. And I'll just take the Priest here, who's pretty good to pick up. And maybe we can get a nice blue-white aggressive build going here, which is kind of what I want to shoot for here. And another Banshee and a Deadweight. Yeah, it just wants to keep punishing me, huh? But I mean, there's no way the guy to our left isn't in black right now, so we just gotta keep passing it, I think. So it's between Doom Traveler and Chapelgeist, and I like Doom Traveler a little bit better. So I think I'm gonna take that. But Chapelgeist is quite good too. And people might disagree with that pick, I'm not sure. Here, I will happily pick up a Civilized Scholar. Card is just crazy good. It's aggressive and controlling all in one. It's super nice. Here it's between Rebuke and another Doom Traveler, and I think I like the Doom Traveler a little bit better here. Just still, I'm a big fan of that card. Here, I'm not too super over the top excited about anything here. We can pick up a Urgent Exorcism for the side, I guess. But so far, probably in white. Yeah, I mean, it looks like blue-white. We've got some decent, reasonable cards for it now. So I don't feel too bad about our choices. I'll keep the Unburial Rites up here, although like it's going to be pretty impossible to go black with all that black we passed. You know, I could have tried to read the signals and switch into it, but the problem is just with those black that we had already passed. Like, no matter what, it was just going to start stacking up, and those would be, you know, the people to our left are going to misread our signals, probably. But we'll see. Nothing really for us in this pack. We'll take the best card, which is this Spider Spawning. And could always sideboard a Wind Stake. Other than that, it could be the Curse of the Pierced Heart, I guess. You know, I haven't tried this card much. It seems bad, but I'll take it. You never know. I'll take the playable here. Don't want to give them a strong Kirk Noble. That would make their black deck just insane. Yeah, I'm gonna hide the black. I mean, like, I you know, might end up splashing that, I might end up splashing that Raised Dead or whatever, but we'll see. Oh, you're really gonna do that to me. Oh my gosh. Alright, alright. Well, I have to take this card. This card, I played with it in Limited, played against it in Limited too. It's just insane. Like, it's so hard to beat. And of course, we're going to be so cut in black, but this only costs 1 black, and it's worth splashing, and it's insanely good. But yeah, now Moto's just mocking us for not taking that victim. Alright. Yeah, I didn't even look at the rest of that pack. Well, if we are considering black, how are we getting past a Deadweight here? Well, our opponent took a rare, so okay. But then if we are considering black, then I'll happily just take the Deadweight here. So Maw of the Mire's not getting played. Spider Spawning, and I don't think we're going to be green. And not running Wooden Stake. We've got 2, you know, good blue cards, but could end up in 3 colors. I'm not super excited about that, but we'll see. Here, Claustrophobia or Butcher's Cleaver. We have 1, 2. I'll hide these. We have 3 humans. We're really actually not solid in any colors yet. I'm going to go ahead and hide the patrol, and hopefully we don't have to run that. But, you know, black-white, you know, work here for that. So it doesn't look like the cleaver we have quite enough to make it good. It's High Priest. High Priest is a human, though. So that is 4 humans, 5 humans. Maybe I am making a case for it. But if I'm going to be in blue, I'm going to want the Claustrophobia, I think. So I'll go ahead and take the Claustrophobia. Feel a little better. Obviously not looking for a Delver. So... oh gosh, what colors do we want to be in here? So Scab is fine because I can mill the Unburial, right? So it actually works. We have 1 card that works with it here so far. Other than that, there's like a Silver Chase Fox. Smite the Monsters I'm usually not super excited about. Typhoid Rats is also fine, but if we're going to slow controlly. I wanted to be more aggressive. If I want to be aggressive, it's all about Silver Chase Fox here. Um, so I think that's actually going to be my pick here. My main plan is going to be aggressive here. And then, you know, I don't know. That could change. Here, yeah, I will take this. As we solidly enter 3 colors here. I mean, there was just no way I was passing that High Priest. But yeah, I totally regret pack 1 now. I mean, now we would have had an insane black deck. But, you know, from the right, we were getting a lot of black signals. So pack 3, we probably will get past a lot of black. So, you know, it might not be all bad. Wow. And we get past a victim? How does that even happen? Um, now I'm just confused. But I think I will just take this victim. Maybe we're moving out of white? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here, folks. Here it's between the Cathar and the deranged assistant. And I'm actually kind of leaning towards the Cathar if we're trying to go... if we're trying to go aggressive, and it also fits in the black-white plan better, but we do have legitimate blue cards to play. Decisions. We have one card that works with Deranged Assistant, and we're not really top-heavy as of yet, other than a Burial Rites, which is a better late-game card anyway. I'm just going to take the Cathar here, and we'll see. Between the Sentry and now, I mean, I do want a Traveler's Amulet, but I'll take the Sentry here. Gonna cost sort it here. Sure. Take the Geist. Abbey Griffin's. Actually, and now I looked at it, I should have taken the -3/-0 enchantment instead of the Geist or the Abbey Griffin there. That was a mispick. I just looked at that pack too fast. But anyway, sure. Fen Snake. Ugh. Yeah, I'm really annoyed by being in the 3 colors now. Delver, I guess. Not going to get played. Could have taken the 3/1 Wolf, I guess, to hate that from someone. Sorry, I just hated Fear of the Bitten there. And... so, yeah, we might get past some more... like I said, we might get past a lot of black in this pack, because it seemed like nobody to our right was in black. And oddly, we got some good black cards coming around late from our left, which just totally confuses me. It may be that I just cut a color out completely. If I get some more black removal, I may just cut blue out. Because basically, I mean, we have a decent black-white deck here starting to form, so that may be enough. But I'm not 100% on that yet, so I'm going to cut all the cards that I just absolutely don't want to play here. Which I've already cut most of them, yeah, so... white's solid enough, I'm pretty sure I want to play it. I don't want to play the Griffin, I don't think. But yeah, if we can get a bunch of black coming back this way, that would be great. But it just seems wrong not to play the High Priest, and now with the High Priest with 2 pieces of removal and a Burial Rites, like, that card quality is just so high. Like I said, you know, Mind Shrieker I've been, you know, not super excited about. So, I don't know. We'll see. I guess one thing I should say, too, is that there has been enough blue going around that I could have gone for a slower, more controlling blue deck. But I really am just trying to move away from that archetype altogether. I just think it's bad, and I've just lost playing it so many times. It's just like, the fast aggro in this set just does so much better than that it's really hard to justify trying to play the slow aggro decks. And I feel like it's really evolved. The meta's really evolved now to where, you know, these decks just get hated out by the fast aggro decks, and more people, as people have learned to really make this an aggressive format, just the slow blue decks just don't seem to get there. You can build fast blue-white flyer decks, and I've certainly done that before, and that can be powerful. Um, but most of the time, but if you can't, but if you're going for the slower one that relies on, the milling and all that kind of stuff, it could just be too slow, and just really loses some aggressive decks. Well, we open. This is a pack. So, we can evil twin it to firmly set ourselves in 3 colors. Or we can take a noble or have our choice of removal. This is a choice that I really, and an even lesser Galvanic Juggernaut, have our choice of removal in all 3 colors, mind you, because there's a claustrophobia too. I am going to be pushing for black-white. Evil Twin is so insanely good, though. What would I splash? I could cut Claustrophobia and splash, like, Mind Shrieker, Civilized Scholar. Yeah, and take the Evil Twin. Or I could just go for Bonds of Faith, which I think I like better than Victim of Night. Yeah, I think I'm going to take the Evil Twin here. Ha! Wow. Okay, this deck's getting nutty. Now I kind of wish I took, like, the victim just to, so that would really work with this stuff. But holy crap. Well, that's just crazy. Yeah, this deck should be something. Wow. Alright, so now we definitely want to look for enablers for those guys. Just, normally with just one of them, I don't try to think about it too much, but now with 2 of them, we have to do that. Oh, and here's again where I really need to decide what I'm doing here. I could take a Rebuke, because it does work with our High Priests, or take a Civilized, or take a awesome blue card, which would probably be the Grasp of Phantoms. Man, this is weird. Okay, so I think the way we're going to splash, we're not going to run the Claustrophobia, because I think we have a decent amount of removal as is anyway. But we can run, I guess, the rest of these 1-cost blue cards. Alright. Which then means we want to fill out our early curve, or we just do Grasp. We have a couple enablers for Grasp, being Civilized Scholar and the Mind Shrieker. Yeah, I think tentatively... Well, I'm just going to take the Civilized Scholar, actually, here. That's close, but I think I kind of want to fill this spot a little better. Maybe should have done the Grasp, but was hitting the timer there, so that's what I picked. So there. So here it's between the Cathar and the Forbidden Alchemy. Since I didn't take the Grasp there, I think I'm just going to take the Elder Cathar. Again, because we kind of want people to die in this deck, so we're totally fine with that. I really want to get that Vampire that lets you sacrifice creatures now. I passed one earlier, but now that's definitely something I want. So I'll take a Cathar here, though, just to get, our creature count in a good spot, which it's already pretty good. And then, get our creature count in a good spot, and then, wow, another healed. Wow, so we're just gonna run infinite rares in this deck. Yeah, I'll take the Evil Twin. He plays well with some of the other cards in here too, and sure, why not? This deck could be nutty, or we could just lose to mana issues. But holy crap, that's pretty funny. So I don't know. Now I'm just gonna get greedy, cause wow, that's just too funny. But I think our card quality is gonna be so high now. We just keep mana heavy hands, and we will get there with this deck. Jeez. In 3 colors, and nothing really for us in this pack. I mean, we don't need a Pure Bloods. We don't want a Fortress Crab. Fen Snake is we already have one that we're not playing, so I could just hate a card here. In which case, I'll hate the Ranger's Guile, I guess, is sort of the one that gets us the most here. So yeah, let's just hate that. Invisible Stalker. Well, if I'd taken that Cleaver earlier, I might consider that Invisible Stalker. As it stands, maybe a Corpse Lunch just to try to enable our dudes, or a Feeling of Dread. Feeling of Dread might be better. Invisible Stalker, we don't have anything that combos with it. So, I think Feeling of Dread... Ghoul Razor, actually, are any of our guys ghouls? No. Not at all. Okay, so... I think Feeling of Dread is the pick here. I'll stick with that. Moment of Heroism is quite good. Or Sensory Deprivation. I'm gonna get the Moment of Heroism. I like that a little better. Take a Diagraph Ghoul. Not 100% sure that'll play it, but we'll see. Sure, I'll take a whatever pick. Forbidden Alchemy. Why not? It's the most playable card. Stitcher's Apprentice. Oh, actually could be really good here. So yeah, let's take that. Sure, Purebloods. Don't want anybody to cast Infernal Plunge. Alright. So, here's an interesting deck. I think I'm going to try to run 18 lands, because like I said, I mean, even though we only have to get to 5 mana, yeah, it's just going to be about hitting the right colors, really, in this deck. Maybe... So, let's see, hide that. So, I maybe can get away with not running that many lands, but definitely want to run the Stitcher's Apprentice now, even though it'll take a lot of creatures to activate these guys. But we're going to run a pretty creature-heavy deck, is at least my plan here, so we'll see. Although now I'm not sure what I want to cut out of this. Well, I will have to think for a bit. Alright, that's 24, and I'm not even including Feelings of Dread, Diagraph Ghoul, any of this stuff. 18 creatures, so we can afford to cut one creature. Maybe the Battleground Keist, but let me think about that. Alright, our 4-drop spot's so full. I either want to cut the Sentry or the Moon Heron. I think I'm going to cut the Moon Heron because the Sentry plays better with a lot of our other cards. The Elder Cathars, and also all the, well, the Stitcher's Apprentice, and the fact that we just kind of want some of our dudes to die with the High Priests. So, yeah, I think that's that. I really can't pick another card that I want to cut. And actually, we do have double Looter Forbidden Alchemy to help us dig for colors, so I think we're just going to try to keep color-heavy hands. I go, as I look at this mana base here. 7/5/5. I think I've got to cut a creature like that. That mana base is just disgusting. So maybe I will, in fact, cut the Sentry here. Because he's good, but he's just got so much other stuff going on in this deck. It's either that or the Mind Shrieker, since the Mind Shrieker takes up so much mana. But I kind of want low-cost creatures to work with the priests as well. So, yeah, I think that's fine. Now what do you suggest? The 6/6/6 mana base. Wow. Okay. Let's pile these by color and see what we think about that. So bad. So bad. Yeah, I wish I'd picked up an amulet at some point there. I mean, I had some opportunities and, you know, whatever. This should be at least an interesting deck. I hope we just don't scrub out some mana problems. So black, we need the double black for the victim, but otherwise these spells are only one black and can come a little later. So if I cut a swamp, I can afford to run an additional planes. Go 765. I think I'm just gonna try the 666 and see what the hell happens. Yeah, because actually, yeah, because that's not even any better because these double evil twins here. Gosh, this is I just keep kicking myself because had I first picked that victim and knight and then picked up those two witches and just set ourselves straight black, we would have had an absurd black whatever deck, but oh well, sometimes that happens. Alright, well, yeah, we're gonna go for the really awkward mana base, and, yeah, hopefully just draw the right colors and stuff like that when we need them and go to town. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, the only color intensive thing is Victim and Night, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Should be pretty fun. It should be pretty fun. I'll see you in round one. Here we are.